Hello and welcome back to Doz's Television Workshop, where today we're looking at another bit of Ian's kit. This is the Yamaha Natural Sound Stereo Cassette Deck K-500 with the fairly famous Pure Sendust head. Let's get into it. Welcome back to the workshop. Ian's Natural Sound Stereo Cassette Deck K-500. Very nice. Didn't tell me what was wrong with it, so we'll have a look. Oh, we've got a cassette in there as well. What have we got? Eurythmics, Sweet Dreams, and Shaka Khan, I Feel For You, on an AD90. Tisk Tisk, Home Tapings, Killing Music. Right, now, power it up. We've got a glimmer of light on the peak meter. We've got normal lit, so we presume the mechanism's working okay. So, yeah, first thing we always want to try when looking at cassette deck is, do the winds work? It's fast forwarding, it's rewinding. Okay, so that gives us a reasonable chance that it's not going to chew the tape up. If it rewinds and fast forwards, chances are sort of reasonable that we can expect take up to work. If not, we can always rewind and get a get out of jail free card. So with bated breath, we shall press play. And it's going into play. That's good news. Seems a bit noisy. Yeah. So let's change the cassette for something copyright free. I've got one here somewhere with the theme tune on it. So I'm going to put that somewhere safe. Let's get another cassette and hook it up to the amplifier. Okay, so I've got a 4 kilohertz test tape here. Useful for setting basic azimuth and get an idea of the speed of the transport. So yeah, let's just have a look. You should be able to see the levels on that camera there, really. Hoping you can. Yep, there we go. You can hear it's very noisy. We've got a channel discrepancy here, which I can hear as well. So I'm just going to flip that over into the counter and see how far out we are on speed. And then we'll go about setting the azimuth. Nice view of the back of my head again. Sorry about that. Right, let's pop that into that input there. Okay, input A. Okay, hit the play. We'll see how far off we are. .96, 3.95, 3.96. There's a little bit of wow to it, but actually the speed's pretty good. So yeah, I'm sort of happy with that, but this azimuth is awful. Now, on the other side of the cassette, we have an 8 kilohertz tone, which is a little bit better for setting azimuth. So let's just fast forward that across and play back the 8 kilohertz tone. And what we actually need to do is to drop it into the 2 channels of our oscilloscope. Right, we've got our 8 kilohertz side in. I've got the 8 kilohertz playing into the scope, and you'll notice, in fact you can't notice because we're zoomed in too far. Oh, wrong way, let's come out. There we are. I've got the left and right inputs going into channels 1 and 2 of the oscilloscope. So yeah, that's interesting, and I shall come back to that in a second. So let's just, in fact, fast forward a split second so we get into some audio. Press play, and there's our 8 kilohertz. So, and we can see our one level is a lot lower than the other. So just yeah, you can see our levels aren't the same from the head. So we've got a channel imbalance in there. And the other thing you'll notice is one is moving across the other. That's because we've got a slight bit of wow and flutter. Now if I go to XY, this display here should be a straight line. You just, as you can see, that isn't a straight line, it's a circle, and that means our azimuth is out as well. When that tape was recorded, both channels were in, let me switch that off, there we go. Both channels were perfectly in phase. Now if the head has moved across the tape slightly diagonally and the azimuth is out, you can see the two waveforms aren't lining up. So yeah. So when we go into X to Y mode, we should have a perfect straight line if they're in phase. As you can see, they're not, and it's wobbling about all over the place. That's not nice. Oh, it was almost in phase there for a second. So we need to adjust things to improve that situation. Let's have a look. Right, first things we need to do really is to clean the tape path. Yeah, you can't really see in there, but it's three heads: erase, record, play, and three heads. There's two heads: erase, record, play, and then we got the pinch roller and capstan on the one side. The door simply unclips, so we can get that out of the way, and we can actually access everything then whilst the deck's running, which is very useful. So I've got cotton wool bud and some IPA again, and we can just clean those heads. They're pretty good anyway, like I said before. They look visually reasonably good at all. So we can, yeah, afford to be a bit aggressive. We don't want to batter them about too much. But yeah, there's almost nothing on there really. Capstan and pinch roller, not quite as nice. Yeah, there's a bit of filth coming off the capstan there. And certainly I can see the pinch roller's not the most pleasant thing. I was hoping it was going to run the pinch roller without that being connected. Sadly not, so I just have to get in there and clean it up. And it's cleaning up nicely. If the pinch roller was badly worn or grooved or generally unpleasant, we'd have to change it. And they are available on the web. Some of them are a little bit difficult to get. I don't know what this one is like to obtain. There we are. That's a lot cleaner now. Let's see if that has improved our channel balance at all. I'm just going to put the oscilloscope back into YT, which is voltage against time. Let's just align those up. So one is hiding behind the other. There we go. Hit play. And we can still see we're very much down on one channel. Okay, that could also be an issue with the azimuth alignment of the deck. So, how do we adjust that? Not so easy. We actually need to physically move the position of the tape head, which is, let me just hold it upright to this top camera. And you can see the two screws just in there. That moves the position of the head. So, yeah, we're going to need to do that. And the most important thing is not to use a magnetic screwdriver. This one will be no use to us. So, yeah, let's get a decent jeweler screwdriver in there and adjust that. I'm going to adjust it for sort of level first to get those two simultaneous, and then we'll try and get the two to match up and to give us that straight line. There's a good screwdriver. We'll go with this. Right, so looks to me as it's the left hand one that's brick loaded. Okay, we're going to have to be very gentle here. Oh, it's going to be tough. It's been Loctited, I believe. There we go. Okay. Instantly you can see on the scope that it's already looking better. Wherever levels have all just disappeared, so we're miles off there. Okay, let's go YT. XY, see if we can straighten that line up a little bit. That doesn't look very good at all. We've lost all our amplitude again. Oh, we have. Better. See, it's very, very sensitive. Okay, well, there's our two signals. As you can see, we've got very similar amplitudes now, not quite there, but azimuth now is pretty much bob on. So I'm quite pleased with that. So I'm just going to see if we've got any adjustment electronically for that output level. Right, okay, so we can see there we've got pretty much our level mismatch, and thankfully inside the unit Yamaha laid everything out beautifully for us. This is our line level adjustment, so we can do that, and we can just bring that level down a bit until they match on the scope. Pretty good there, and we are matching on the VUs. Got a YT again. Yeah, we're pretty much a straight line. It's not the quietest deck in the world, but yeah, I'm pleased with that. There it was, a simple azimuth alignment and level adjustment, bringing this old Yamaha K-500 up to spec. Quick one, but there we are. Thanks for watching, and please call again soon. Back to Dozzy's Television Workshop.